million people outside with water on their head running up to your car, trying to sell you water because they see you in the Range Rover, you're automatically going to be like, huh, peasants.
We seen it when we was trying to get your driver's license back, and you remember the rapper, what's his name?
Wally Fada or something.
Yeah, Shatta Wally.
Yeah.
And how Shatta Wally in his nice ass car, and they running up to him, and he looking at them like, fuck out of here, and keep it moving.
That boy had a GT Bentley.
Yeah.
But and that wasn't the only time. Like, it was the dude that had the Porsche Panamera. They ran up to his car. He just looked at him like that. He didn't even run in the window. And it's crazy because whenever somebody came up to us, we talked to them. Yeah. Even if we rejected their services or their item or whatever they had, we still rolled our window down. I was like, oh no, we good. No, thank you. But when we made eye contact, we was like, oh shit. Now we got to talk to them. We weren't ignorant. You see what I'm saying? But when you there, this is how the Ghanaians treat each other. Yes. And then they'll tell you, you don't have to talk to them. Yeah. If they come up to your car, just ignore them. And we looking at them like, nigga, why could you do that to your own people?
Even the Chinese do it. We know.
We know they do it. But it's different to see your own Ghanaian people treating each other like shit. And then the Ghanaian will quickly tell you, you ain't got to respond to them. They run up to your car, just ignore their ass. Like, why would I do that? Why are you telling me to do that? You a Ghanaian. That's what you want me to do to your brother and sister? Like, that's fucked up. I would never tell nobody, oh yeah, just be ignorant to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was like another thing that and I'm trying to understand why a lot of Ghanaians are upset about the videos that we putting out when they'll be the same motherfuckers that tell us, nah, don't, just ignore them. Like they're not even there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or don't get them no money. Remember we used to get the kids money every time we went out? Every time we went out, you passing 10 down the CDs here, 10 here, 10 there, 10 there. And then the assistant was like, nah, stop giving them money.
She said that's too much.
That's too much. I'm like, what? You should be applauding this. You should be with us.
Maybe one CD.
Right. And you giving out money after money after money. They go, no, don't give them kids no money. They all right. They'll be all right. Like, damn, your own people. It be your own people. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't understand that. But as far as this dude, like I said, he had that idea because he probably got his shit together. So now everybody else up under him is his footstool. That's what I get out of what's going on right here.
So there you have it, guys. We just wanted to do a reaction video on that because it's time to wake up.
It is.
It's really time to wake up and see what's really going on. And a lot of people sweep it under the rug and the stuff that's happening over there. And a lot of things are being left unsaid too. I see some lately. I've been seeing where people are being dogged out in other countries and been treated like shit, but they say, well, I'm gonna stay anyway. It's kind of like how we are here. Now we know this is our country. We built this country, and we here, half of us can't leave, and that's true. But when we do think about leaving and we say, okay, we want to go over to Africa, we want to go over there, or we think about going to another country because how we treated. Indirectly though, because a lot of us aren't treated as bad as
that's
portrayed.
That's a beautiful point. Like, for instance, and I know I might get a little bite back on it, but statistics is statistics. You look at the average black murder from a police officer, probably like 2% of the black population. Now, why it shouldn't be happening, don't get me wrong, I would never ever condone that shit, especially the shooting of an unarmed black man. Me being a black man and I having black sons, I would never condone that shit. Right. But at the same time, I don't know any of my personal friends and any of their personal friends that can say, oh yeah, my peoples got killed by the police unjustifiably. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens way more than we think that it should be happening. But I don't even know anybody close to me. And that, granted, have I been disrespected by the police? Yes. Have I been disrespectful to the police? Yes.
I'm sure you have seen the police shoot somebody though.
Yeah, but what it's like I said, it's a case by case basis. Like when you talk about George Floyd, you talk about Tatiana Jefferson, and you talk about the guy that was at the Wendy's. It's certain shit that just it's no excuse for that.
But remember when we was kids and the police came in my grandma's backyard and killed that dude in the shed? Right,
and then when they came in your grandma's house and shot her dog in the bathroom while the dog wasn't fucking about. Yeah, I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is that a lot of people that you talk to can never say that it's happened to them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's discrimination. You go to Ghana, you get discriminated for being black. I was discriminated because I had dreads.
Mm-hmm.
So discrimination goes hand in hand with human nature.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as bad, it's not as rampant as people make it out to be. We just want to eradicate it altogether, which should happen because it's inequality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we are a pillar of what's supposed to be justice. But I like I said, when I go out here, I prepare myself for war every time I go out here, and I feel like I'm gonna be confronted by a police officer. But I have been in trouble with the law numerous times before, and have I been handled maybe rough? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have a gun been drawn on me? Yeah. Have I been shot by the police? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Have I been killed by the police? Obviously not, because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not saying that it's right, but at the same time, you go over there to escape the little bit of shit that you see. Mm-hmm. And then you go somewhere where if it does happen, it's going to be unchecked.
Exactly.
There won't be any Black Lives Matter hashtags over there
no
for
parades.
Your ass. You know what I'm saying?
No riots.
No riots, no none of that shit, because as soon as the motherfucker decide we going to uprise, the motherfucking police going to pull out the motherfucking rusty ass AKs they got and start mowing motherfuckers down. Nigeria.
Yep.
In SARS.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, and I don't tear down the countries of our homeland. I don't do that. But what I do is make common sense out of shit.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I think responsibly and I think strategically. So at the end of the day, we have 80 over here. We were born here. We know here. We fought to be here. We fought for all the rights that we have right now. If not me, my ancestors have fought for everything that we have right now. We have established ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're not in the projects no more. We're not in the gutter no more. We're not selling drugs and no shit like that. We are a nice middle class, I would say, family. You know what I'm saying? That probably got more money than a lot of y'all think that we should have based on the way that we act. And that's fine. But to go somewhere looking for 100 and then end up with 20, and which is going to be on the next video, because we're going to talk about the whole freedom situation.
Yes.
And the pros and the cons and stuff like that, and what black people are saying that they want when they get over there. You end up losing.
You got to weigh your options.
You got to weigh your options.
Yeah.
You got to take the good with the bad, and you got to think rationally. You can't think, oh, I'm black, so I'm going to fit in, because that's not going to work. Because the African over there will quickly tell you you're not African.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You think that you're going to duck discrimination, you're going to be discriminated against because you're American.
Even more.
Even more so.
Because you're going to stand out like a sore thumb.
You're going to stand out like a sore thumb. They're going to think you got money. Mm-hmm. So if they think you got money, you're automatically going to be a target from people that may want to rob you, from people that may want to hurt you, and from the government, from the police, from anybody. You know what I'm saying? From the DMV to the fucking opening the businesses. What is it called?
The nonprofit.
Yeah, but what's the place you go down there to open up your business to? The tax buildings and stuff like that. All those places where you go and you open up your businesses and stuff like that. When you go over there and you say, I'm an American and I want to open up a business that may cost a native $1,000 to open, it's going to cost you $3,000. You see what I'm saying? To get pulled over and get a ticket, they're going to tell you, okay, well, the ticket may be $10. They're going to say, all right, well, give me $50. You know what I'm saying? They're going to write you up for $50. You're going to get discriminated against even worse.
You would even be sacrificing everything over here to go over there and live for twice as much in a dirty ass country
and be targeted by everybody.
Yeah, and
rich, poor, and
don't go be on the street with the natives and thinking you about to chill and act like you back in America again, because they gonna remember on Paradise Lost. The dude came up to him and gave him them $2, and he said, "Take this back to London, and when you go there, bring me the money back, because this is worth like $40 million." Yeah. He went over there, and he said when he got over to London, they said, "Man, those are topaz. They're not worth anything." And he said, "All right." He said, "I just put it in my pocket and just think I'm gonna just give it back to him." That whole thing was a setup. Yep. He knew that shit wasn't worth nothing. He knew he was gonna come back with nothing. And then when he gave it back to him, he said, "I don't want that. That's not my diamonds. I want my diamonds. You owe me $40 million, whatever the hell it is, the losses."
Like I said, you are a target. You are walking stain.
Exactly.
For those that don't understand what I'm saying, you are a walking stain. When they see you,
the
poor people look at you and say, "Oh, those are Americans. They got money."
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, they're gonna say, "When they walking down the street, we're gonna run up on them." Because how many times have we been on Oxford Street and motherfuckers just continuously run up on us? We can't even walk down the street and eat a hot dog in the middle of the street or talk to each other without a bunch of motherfuckers walking up on us, running up on us. You got kids walking up to us asking us for money. They walking right past all the Ghanaians. Mm-hmm. Even the nice dressed Ghanaians, they walking right past them and they shooting right for us. Like Rick said, we were targeted.
Yep.
They'll walk right past all the well-to-do Ghanaians, walk past everybody else and walk straight to us and say, ma'am, please, mom, please, mom. We like, damn, niggas, it's 1,000 people out here. You come straight to us? I watched you from across the street. You seen us, and you look right at me, and you beeline exactly right to me. So now you're getting targeted by those people. Mm-hmm. Then you get targeted by the people that you got to deal with, the official people. Because like I said, you open up a business, the business costs $1,000 to open, they're going to charge you $3,000. Mm-hmm. And then, now if that's not discrimination enough, you done got discriminated against by two sets of people already. Then you get discriminated on the federal or the police part. Because, like I said, you get pulled over, and they see you American, and they be like, "Oh yeah, pull them over because they got money on them. Let's try to get a little bit of piece off."
And the criminals too, they gonna discriminate. What about when the motherfucker put that a nail by the tire so you can roll over it? Mm-hmm. Tell him what he had up his sleeve.
Exactly. So now you're getting discriminated because of that, because they seen us riding around in a nice car. They knew that we were American. Mm-hmm. They was trying to let us catch a flat tire, and they were gonna try to rob us. Mm-hmm. Because they feel like, oh, if they are American, they got money. So we've been discriminated against by the police, by the government, by business people, by poor people, and by criminals. So it's like we just a walking stain for the whole fucking country in a lot of the instances while we were there. So everybody talking about they want freedom, they want this, that, and that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure everybody got their own rendition of what happened with them in the country, in the continent.
How can you be free in a country like that?
But at the end of the day, this is our story, and this is what happened with us. I mean, maybe we were a little bit too flashy. I don't know. But at the end of the day, not in the United States, not in Africa, not in Mexico, not in Colombia, not in Europe, not in China, not in Russia, will I ever dumb myself down to be treated with the respect that I should already be treated with by being a human. I'm never going to do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I talk and act the way that I act. Because it's no way that because I dress like I dress now, or because I talk the way I talk, that you're gonna tell me I'm not intelligent, because I'm gonna prove to you that I am. There's no way that because we decide that we want to laugh and joke and cuss out loud, that you're gonna tell me, oh, you don't deserve the money that you got, because we got it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's like I tell you all the time. I would like to go to a car dealership, a store, would make a big purchase. We were just looking for a commercial refrigerator yesterday, and we went in there. And the refrigerator was between $3,000 and $5,000 and $7,000. We was like, okay, cool. That's marginal. Mm-hmm. We could do that. You know what I'm saying? So when we got in there, we were dressed regular. We wasn't dressed like, we probably was dressed more bummy. More bummy. Because when I go out, it's just like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and all these other motherfuckers. When you got money, you don't have to constantly try to prove that you do. That's another issue with black people that runs rampant, especially in America. You know what I'm saying? You feel like the poor people are the ones that's looking rich, and the rich people are the ones that's looking poor. So I don't mind going out in a pair of sweatpants and some dirty shoes and a beanie on my head, because I feel like my money